How's it going? Big crowd. That's what I'm talking about. The faithful. That's right. Let's start with this. Look, that's a heck of a win for our guys. The players that played in that game, bunch of young guys, some of our role players, backups, things of that nature, working to get better. And, man, I thought they went in there and competed. It wasn't perfect, but overall it was a vast improvement from last week. And that's really what you're looking for out of each player and in the units in general is, man, you want to see growth and you want to see them get better. And I just thought they really did. They fought. We chipped away at the lead and found a way to finish it there at the end. Jake Bates, that's a big kick, And so here we go. That's 2 weeks in a row. He hits 53 and a 55-yarder and then hits a game winner. So, every time he does something like that, you gain a little more confidence in him. So that was really good to see. There's a number of guys that stood out in this game. Pascal there at the end, that was a big play. Bo Plan, picks it up. I thought early in that game, Dorse, KV, Vildor, man, really played top notch. So did Amik. Man, I thought they really stepped up and played excellent football, And the O-line really throughout that whole game, that's some of the best protection that you can have. I mean, start to finish. I mean, our quarterbacks weren't touched. And we had plenty of time to execute, and, we did enough to pull that one out. So, anyway, proud of these guys.
What about for Hooker? What is the value of getting as much playing time as he did, especially at the end, the highs and lows, and to sort of lead that drive,
Yeah, I mean, it's all-encompassing. It's the experience of it, not only just running the show. And I think people forget sometimes just to be able to get the call from Ben, get the huddle, get them in there, get some urgency, but yet have enough composure and enough of a memory to know, all right, this is the play. All right, I've got to be able to articulate what that play is back to my team to where they can understand me, but there needs to be some urgency in what I do, and then get up there and execute it. Anytime you do those are big, And then what you said, the ebbs and flows, some of the biggest part of this is the mistakes he's making and to have to come back in, or the next play. He's got to put the last one behind him and get to the next play, or put the last drive behind him, it wasn't good, and he's got to go back in, ultimately the drive before the winner, we messed some things up, He made a few errors, more than a few, but then he comes back the last drive. He's got to put that behind you, and he cleans it up. He cleans it up. He moves the football. He learns from it, and so that was excellent, man. So every time he gets a chance to take the reps and grow from it, we're going to be better off. He's going to be better off.
Sione Laki had 10 touches, 82 yards, something like that. And we talk about him in the past. You guys obviously have a great tandem in Gibbs and Montgomery. But besides the special team stuff, is he getting to a point now making plays, especially in the passing game, where you might think about putting some packages where it's getting hard maybe not to put him on offense here or there because of the plays that he's making?
Well, I would say it's early right now to start really looking at, all right, here's what we're going to do for him. But I would say, man, the more you learn about a player and the faster you figure out what they can do, the better off it is for everybody. Because we already felt like this kid's going to have the ability to play special teams. So now it's like, well, can you use him on offense? Is there a place? So, he's a lot further along in that part of the game than he is just carrying the football. And a lot of that is because he really hasn't done it, taking the carries, the vision of the play, the cuts, the reads, all of that. But the pass game, I thought he stepped up. He's another guy that's in that boat. Man, the 2-minute drive at the end of the game, wow, that was huge. I mean, and he was making play after play, and he's tired, and he keeps going. He keeps pushing himself through it. At one point, his whole face mask just gets ripped off, which I don't even know how that's possible. Like, what kind of equipment are we? I mean, we're in the NFL, but it's just laying on the ground. So, anyway, he did. You felt growth today from him as well.
I know it's the preseason, but you wanted to see, you said earlier in camp, you wanted to see Bates in pressure situations.
Yeah.
I guess, what was your response to seeing him?
Yeah, it was, you know, I was fired up. You know, I needed to see that, and quite frankly, I felt like he would drill that. You know, it's little things. I mean, you got to be careful, but it's like, man, we had this folding competition the other day, right? And he's in the championship, and he makes 2 critical throws in crunch time, and it's like, no, it's not kicking. But yet there's something about this kid that's intriguing, and you know, he's got a little bit of confidence to him. He's got a little bit of something, and you just, you know, you don't know. You kind of memory bank those things that come up, and then you see what he's done, you know, over the last couple of weeks. You know, and it's encouraging. And believe me, Phip and I both know, look, he hasn't arrived, and there's still going to be more growing pains that come with this, and we just got to be patient and just let him continue to grow. And that's what's most important. As long as he doesn't ever go in the tank or lose confidence, or, man, just keep doing what you do. You're not going to make them all, but you keep getting better, then, you know, this kid, you know, he's got something.
His leg strength and the fact that he's sort of come up big in some of these moments, how might that change your aggressive?
Yeah, I don't know. It'll have to be. You'll have to ask me when I'm in the moment or after a game, you know, and I'll tell you. Maybe, probably not, but you know, it's hard to say. I mean, I would say what makes you feel good is if you know you have everything at your disposal. You can do anything you need to do at any time, and offense, defense, special teams, you know, kicking game, all of that. So, you know, anytime you can gain confidence in that, in your kicker, but also putting him in position to have success. I think that's part of it too, man. You know, and then, okay, for him to have success, where is that range? You know, some kickers you don't, you know, you got to keep it below the 30 maybe. I don't know. I'm talking about through the whole league. Sometimes, hey, if you can get it under 35, we don't know. What is that range for him? We're still learning what he is and where he's comfortable at and where he's going to hit these high marks. So we'll keep taking it as it comes.
A couple more games where Isaiah Williams has been your best leading receiver. How much stock do you put into those performances where maybe he's been making plays in practice, but he hasn't been that dominant, I guess?
Yeah, we always put stock into the guys that are making plays, you know, and he does. He is making play. Now those are, you know, that's in the slot, which is where he really, that's where he excels. That's where his game is really is suited for, and he's made the most of it, you know. And that's what's hard a little bit is like, man, he is a football player. He is making plays, but we got Saint, we got Leaf, you know. And so where does that fit, you know? And some of it may need to be, well, can we put him outside? You know, what can you do at Z? Is that a possibility? Can he survive out there? But I know this, every challenge he's had, he's stepped up and made plays, you know. And he's another one of those guys like, you know, like Strickland on the defensive side. He, you know, you give him an opportunity and he finds a way to make a play. So he came up big again. Can't deny it.
Maybe to clean up the kick return or kickoff coverage, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's kickoffs or coverage or a combination of everything. Just any thoughts on kind of where you guys are?
Yeah, Phip and I are messing around with some stuff, you know, so we're tinkering a little bit with the coverage. But it's what you know, man, you open a seam up in this, everything hits so quick that it's gone. And so we'll learn from this, but we're tinkering with some stuff here, and you know, you're always going to want it better, but I'm not discouraged. You know, we need to see this and we need to look at it and learn from it. But also, all right, is this something we want to do, or do we need to go? You know, let's go away from it and think about this. You know, so we're tinkering here.
Who you guys?
Do you have an injury update on Skipper?
Skip should be good. Looks like an ankle. You know, I'm sure he'll be sore for a few days here, but nothing long term. Really, I think Traquan Smith will be the one player that could be out for a little while. He got a hand injury. But everything else, I think, you know, will be okay as of now, long term. Yeah, I think he's okay. I think it was a little finger there. Don't quote me yet till I get everything, but I think we'll be okay. Yep.